The importance of boundaries in dating. Setting them without pushing her away. Imagine you're at a Super Bowl party and everyone's going wild. The game's intense, the beer's flowing, and suddenly your new girlfriend decides it's the perfect time to have a deep conversation about your relationship. Talk about a flag on the play, right? This, my friend, is why we need to talk about boundaries in dating. They're like the offensive line of your relationship. Without them, you're going to get sacked. But here's the million-dollar question. How you set boundaries without making her feel like she's hit a brick wall. Let's get real for a second. In the land of freedom and opportunity, we Americans love our space. Whether it's our pickups, our man caves, or just our right to choose between 50 different types of breakfast cereal, we value our independence. The same goes for relationships. Boundaries aren't about building a wall between you and your partner. They're about defining the playing field so both of you can score. They help you. 1. Maintain your identity because you're not just Sarah's boyfriend. 2. Avoid resentment. No more silent fuming when she asks you to skip guys' night again. 3. Communicate clearly. Goodbye. Mind reading expectations. 4. Build trust because you both know where you stand. 1. Know your non-negotiables. First things first, you need to figure out what really matters to you. Maybe it's your weekly poker night with the boys, your Sunday football ritual, or your commitment to hitting the gym 5 times a week. Whatever it is, identify the aspects of your life that are essential to your happiness and well-being. 2. Communicate like a quarterback. Clear communication is key. You wouldn't expect Tom Brady to win games without calling plays, right? Same goes for your relationship. When setting a boundary, be direct but kind. Instead of saying, "You're suffocating me," try, "I really value our time together, but I also need some time for myself to recharge." 3. Timing is everything. Choosing the right moment to discuss boundaries is crucial. Don't wait until you're already frustrated or in the middle of an argument. Pick a time when you're both relaxed, like during a casual walk in the park or over a cup of coffee on a lazy Sunday morning. 4. Listen like you're at a Bruce Springsteen concert. Setting boundaries isn't just about stating your needs. It's also about understanding hers. Listen to her concerns and be open to compromise. Maybe she's cool with your boys' night, but would appreciate a text to let her know you got home safe. 5. Be consistent like apple pie. Once you've set a boundary, stick to it. Consistency builds trust. If you say you need one night a week for yourself, don't cave the first time she suggests a Netflix marathon on your designated solo night. 6. Respect her boundaries too. Remember, this isn't a one-way street. If she says she needs space, don't show up at her apartment unannounced with a boombox over your head. Save that for the grand gestures, my friend. Let's break down some typical boundaries you might want to consider. 1. Time. How often you see each other, text or call. 2. Personal space. Respecting each other's homes, belongings, and alone time. 3. Physical intimacy. What you're comfortable with and at what pace. 4. Social media. Are you Facebook official? Cool with tagging each other in posts? 5. Finances. Who pays for dates? When do you start splitting costs? 6. Family and friends. How soon to meet them? How much time to spend with them? Here's the thing about boundaries. They're not set in stone. As your relationship evolves, so will your boundaries. Maybe at first, you needed 3 nights a week to yourself, but as you get closer, you find you're cool with just 1. That's growth, baby. The key is to keep the lines of communication open. Check in with each other regularly about how you're feeling. It's like tuning up your car. A little maintenance goes a long way in preventing a breakdown. So, what happens when someone oversteps? First, take a deep breath. Remember, it's not always intentional. Approach the situation calmly, like you're explaining the offside rule to a football newbie. Use I statements to express how you feel without accusing. For example, I feel overwhelmed when you text me multiple times while I'm at work. Can we agree on a good time to catch up during the day? Now, here's the tricky part. How do you set these boundaries without making her feel like she's trying to breach the walls of Fort Knox? It's all about delivery, my friend. 1. Emphasize the positive. Frame boundaries as a way to make your relationship stronger, not as restrictions. 2. Show appreciation. Let her know you value her and the relationship. 3. Offer alternatives. If you're setting a boundary, suggest other ways to connect. 4. Be open to negotiation. Relationships are about give and take. 5. Reassure her. Make it clear that boundaries aren't about pushing her away, but about creating a healthier dynamic. Let's face it, for many of us guys, setting boundaries can feel about as comfortable as wearing a suit 3 sizes too small. We worry it'll make us seem weak, needy, or worst of all, not masculine enough. But here's the truth bomb. Real strength lies in knowing yourself and communicating your needs clearly. Think of it like this. You wouldn't hesitate to call a timeout if your team needed to regroup during a crucial game, right? Setting boundaries is the same thing. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a smart strategy for long-term success. All right, champ, let's bring it home. Setting boundaries in dating isn't about building walls. It's about creating a solid foundation for a kick-ass relationship. It takes practice, patience, and yes, sometimes a bit of trial and error. Remember, know your needs. Communicate clearly and kindly. Be consistent. Respect her boundaries too. Stay flexible. By setting healthy boundaries, you're not pushing her away. You're inviting her into a relationship where both of you can thrive. It's like creating the perfect game plan. When both teams know the rules and respect the field, everyone has a better time playing. So go ahead, set those boundaries with confidence. Your relationship and your sanity will thank you. Now get out there and show them how it's done.